Welcome back, friends. In this part, we further discuss the SPSS environment. It is best that you shall pause the video and follow along if you are beginner. Else you can jump to the specific part. I have provided timestamp for the easy navigation. Good luck and happy learning. Alright, let us open SPSS. If you do not have a shortcut icon on your desktop, what you can do, just go to Start menu, click on All App. So it will show you IBM SPS statistics. From there, you can create shortcut for your you can send or you can copy paste shortcut to your desktop. Click on SPSS. This is a demonstration for the Windows system, but if you are using MacBook or Mac system, then you can directly jump to the timestamp for the Mac computer. The interface for the SPSS for the Windows and MacBook, it is almost similar, but if you are preferring MacBook, then you should jump to that section of this video. Alright, so it is the opening window. You can, if you don't want this window to open in future, you can just check this. Okay, so we have a data view and variable view. So this is the main menu file: edit, view, data, transform, analyze, direct marketing, graph, utilities, add-on, windows, help. Few of the features may different as per the version you have installed. So in the file menu, we have option to type new data. You can type new data from here. Or you can open project, or you can open data from the open. So if you click on open data, it will ask you to open folder. So by default it will only open .sav file, this one, .sav file. But if you want to choose another kind of data, for example Excel or CSV file, then you can choose this option, Excel or another file type. So once you click Excel, then and then it will show you a Excel file. Choose the location of your file and select file. So this is how you can import Excel file in your SPSS. Now if you look at this section here, variable names from the first row of data. So it is best practice that you always keep first row as a variable name in your Excel sheet or in your spreadsheet, Google sheet, anything. So it would be better that SPSS will read it as a data heading or data label, variable name. Okay, then you have a different sheets in the same file. So whatever the file you want to open or whatever the sheet you want to open, select it, then click OK. Then another problem you may face, depending upon your MS Office version, if you are unable to open your Excel file or unable to import your Excel file, then kindly save it into a older version of Office. For example, open your Excel file and save it as a older 2005 or 2007 version, so that you can able to import it. Sometimes it may happen that you will be unable to import the Excel file. Okay, so we already imported the file. Okay, so this is how we can import file, then open database, read text data. So these are the options available. We will only discuss the important option. Save, save as, you can save as a with another name, the same file with the another name. So currently it is untitled. You can save it to in the another format. You can save this file into CSV format or other format, the format provided here. Okay, you can change this name to new file and so. Okay, and it is important to save this file as a SPSS file, .sav file, because whatever changes you have made in this file, what data label you have changed, or the measurement for the variable you are changing, that will be not be saved if you close this file without saving. So once you have imported your file, you have done a lot of data cleaning, you have defined measurement, you have changed some nominal to scale, some scale to nominal. So whatever changes, you have defined some label, you have given some values. So it is very important that you save this file as a .sav file to for the further working on the same file. Otherwise, each and every time you have to import and you have to make the changes. So once you import Excel file, just do the necessary changes and then save it as a .sav file for the further work. Okay, from the file, close, save, export. You can export data, collect variable information, rename dataset, display, manage dataset. So most of the important aspect of the file menu we have discussed. Now edit menu. Edit. In edit you can control Z and undo the changes. You can control Y, redo changes. You can cut, copy, paste. You can clear, delete, insert variable. You can insert variable C. This is the by default it will insert as a VAR. Variable 1, variable 2 by default. Then you have to rename it. Okay, then we can insert cases. If I go to data, select first row and click insert cases. So on the first row it has inserted one case. Okay, insert cases, find, replace, this function is useful. Control F or Control H. If you click, so you have to select the variable you want to replace. Okay, so I am selecting this one. Okay, then after selecting, press Control F or you can go from the menu itself. Okay, then if you want to find, but if you want to find and replace also, click on replace. Okay, type whatever you want to replace. Positive, I want to replace it with the value 1. Click on replace all. So it has made a necessary replacement. So it is very useful when you are converting your string variable to a coding variable or numerical variable. Later on that numerical variable can be given a code, like 1 is equal to positive, 2 is equal to negative. That is why it is very much important. Okay, then search data file, go to case. If you want to jump directly to some case, for example 199, go. So it will directly jump to case 199. Similarly, you can jump to variable also. Go to variable. So type variable, you can select here also or you can write comorbidity. Go. So it will directly take me to comorbidity variable. Whatever you want to do with that variable. Option. This is very important. Option. This option is where you can customize your SPSS. For example, output. You can change font style and those kind of things you can do. English, language change, file location. This one is important. So if you want SPSS to open a specific folder each and every time you open SPSS, then you can select it from here. Else you can select last folder used. So whatever folder you were working with the last time, it will ask you to open that folder only. So wherever you have saved your data file. So that is about the edit menu. In view also you have status bar, toolbar, You can customize your toolbar, menu editor, fonts. You can change your font from here. You can font type and font style you can change from here. So if currently it is 10, if you are not comfortable, you can select 40, click OK. So now it has changed this font size to 14. So if you are unable to read, then you can change this font style also. So that was the font menu. Then in the data menu and transform menu. Guys, the data menu and transform menu, this is very crucial and very important part of the SPSS, because most of the data cleaning and data management, data refining and preparing your data before analysis in SPSS, that going to happen in data and transform menu. So for particular that task, it is very important. So define variable property, you can define from here. Variable property, you can either select all, or whatever variable you think that has not defined, you can select it from here. And you can, for example, this one we have created just now, so you can select it and you can define it properties from here. But this we are not going to use frequently, because most of the data property will be defined in beforehand. Okay, so then data set measurement level for unknown. This is also we are not going to use, because we already define it, or SPSS automatically define it for you. And if you need changes, then you can do it manually from variable view, from the variable. So in this case, I can drag and drop to wherever I want, depending upon the type of variable I have created. Okay, then we have a create value labels for data, copy data properties from some other data set. You want to copy data properties, for example, gender, or for example hypertension, or whatever measurement similar to some other data set. So that property you can copy and bring here. Okay. So many things we will demonstrate in separate video. This is just a overview of the menu. Define date and time, define date and date from data, define multiple response set. There will be another video for this thing. Data validation, identify duplicate cases. It will identify duplicate cases. Okay, so it says that there are 1471 duplicate cases. Unusual cases, compare datasets, sort variable, transpose and restructure. These are the things where we can transpose our data, in the sense row can become column and column will become row. Restructuring, we'll see this thing in a separate video. Adjusting string with xos file, merge file, add cases, add variable when there are similar data. Restructure, rake weight, case control matching, aggregate, split into file, mean two different files, split into file and split file, means same data set but file would be remain same. Select cases, you can select cases based on the category, where you can select continuous data like age, or you can select gender, provided that the gender should be in a numerical coding. For example, gender, the type of data should be numerical, means it should be coded in 1012 like that, and shouldn't be a string type, otherwise it would not be able to select cases. So you can go to select cases and you can select based upon the condition. For example, if I am selecting age less than 40, then it will select all the cases having age less than 40. Okay. So these are the cases less than 40 has been selected. See, this is a 32 and 40. So this case 45 is omitted, 67 is also omitted, like that. So it should be in numerical coding, not in string, but you can do it with the, then you can go to select cases and you can select all cases to switch off this function, and you will notice that it will switch off the select cases function. Okay, then again go to select cases. This time I will be selecting gender. So if condition provided, if select gender is equal to select 1, so it will select only male. See, so only male has been selected and only male case is selected. Select cases, again go to and select all cases to switch off this function. So that is the data select cases, wait cases. You can wait cases with the frequency. This will help will be very helpful while performing chi-square test, but the data has been given in frequency, not in actual number. At that time it would be helpful. Okay, then again another menu, transform menu. This one is also very important, compute variable. So you can have a calculation, you can calculate the another variable when there are several other variable available. For example, if you are having a weight and height data, then using height and weight data, you can have a calculation of BMI. So you have to type here BMI, type and label as a BMI calculation, and you can define type, whether it is numeric or string, it is continuous variable, and you can give formula here that currently we don't have height data. Otherwise, you can give a variable name. You can select variable divided by height, again multiplied by height. This is how you can calculate a new variable. You can calculate, you can compute a difference between two date. There are several other options given here. See, conversion, current date, date arithmetic, date extraction. So that kind of thing you can do from compute variable. Then count value within cases, shift value, recode into same variable, recode into different variable, automatic recode, create dummy variable. So these three options are very useful while converting your data into code. For example, we have converted our if we want to convert our this data district string data into code, then I can select transform. I can go into recode into different variable. I will select district. I will select district. I will name as a district underscore code coded district. Then change, click on change old and new value. So what is old value? Click on continue. Okay, so it has converted Surat urban to category, and rest of the category I haven't mentioned, so it didn't take it. So like that you can recode or recode into different or into same variable, automatic recode. Suppose I want to do automatic recode. Again I am selecting district and I am giving a district auto. So district auto, add new name, lowest value, highest value. Lowest value as per the ABCD. So A is the lowest value, Z is the highest value. The lowest value in alphabetical order. Click OK. Okay. 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 So whatever category it has created, it will appear here in your output file. It will show in data viewer. So this is added, and you can change it from here also, from category to value, value to category. So it has done automatic coding. When you don't want customized coding, you can use that option, automatically code. Create dummy variable. You can create dummy variable from here in this option. We will learn it in another video. Okay, visual meaning, optimal meaning. This we will learn in separate video. Rank cases, date time wizard, create time series, random number generator, and analyze. This is the most important and the menu you must be looking for. Analyze. You can create reports. You can create case summaries, analysis, descriptive analysis, frequency, descriptive, explore, cross tabulation, ratio, PP plot, QQ plot, custom table, multiple data responses, compare mean, your T, ANOVA, student T-test, ANOVA test, repeated measure, ANOVA, generalized, linear model, mixed model, correlation, regression, classify, dimension reduction, scale, ROC, non-parametric, testing, multiple response, survival analysis, Kaplan-Meier, Cox regression, simulation, ROC curve. These all options of analysis is available here, and from here we will be doing it. Direct marketing, this is not of our concern. Graph, you can either choose chart builder or you can choose bar, this legacy menu, from where you can directly select the graph you want to prepare, or you can go to chart builder where you can select various options available for creating or building chart. Area, pie, scatter, so box plot, dual axis. So that is some utility we are not going to use more, where you can comment about your regarding data when you have collected something specific regarding that data. You can mention in data file comments. Add on, you can add some application or some additional thing you want to do with the SPSS, like sample size calculation with the help of sample power services program extension you can add. In window you can jump from the one window to other. You can jump to data viewer, you can jump to data viewer, you can jump to your data file, database file. So that you can do with this option. You have a section, you have a tutorial, you have various help available. For example, if I click on tutorial, the separate it is not meant to teach you statistics. That is why it is not that comprehensive, but it will give you some idea or some help would be available. Alright, let us open SPSS. Okay, so this software interface is slightly different with the Windows computer, but it is almost similar. So this is the data editor view, and in which data view and variable. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the various menus in SPSS. So first is the file, in which you can write new data by clicking on data. You can directly write data in your SPSS data file. Then you can open data. By default it will ask you to open .sav file, but if you want to open Excel file or CSV file, then you have to select this option, then it will ask you to open Excel file. So it will appear that there will be a separate worksheet in your Excel file. So whichever having your important data or the data you want to analyze, just click on that, select on that, and you can click OK. So here it will show that read variable names from the first row of data. So it is the best practice to give a name up to your data, or the variable name should be there in the first row of your Excel file, and it should not be there in case in second row always. So remember this good practice. Click OK. Sometimes you may find difficulty in opening Excel file in SPSS. So try to save it in old format, 2005 2007 format. Open your Excel and save it as a old format, and again try to open it. You will be able to open it. Okay, another problem with SPSS in Mac computer is you will not be able to open SAV file or Excel file once you have installed it newly or freshly. So you can watch my video on that simple trick how to open your SAV file or Excel file in SPSS on Mac computer specifically. I have also provided link below. Alright, so we have opened our Excel data, we have imported Excel data. So from open, okay, you can import data directly without changing option, database, Excel, CSV, SAS data. So this is also possible. Close, save as, save all data. You can export your data, rename your data set. Currently it is named as dataset 2. So you can rename from here. So this menu option is very useful, and we would be doing most of the other things from this menu option. And these are the shortcuts for the important menu option. If you don't want to use menu, then you can use these shortcuts. You can open recently used file from this option here, recently used data or recently used file. Then in edit menu you can undo, redo, Control Z, Control Y, and Command Z, Command Y in case of Mac. You can cut, paste. Okay, insert variable, insert cases. This is not appearing because we are in data view. You can go to case directly, you can jump to specific case if you want. 112. You can directly go to variable you want. You can click drop down and you can select the variable you want to go, click on. So we have selected variable. Okay, now insert variable and insert cases as active because we are in data view. Okay, so we have selected, or we have selected the file, that is why it is now active. So you can insert variable from here. So you have inserted one variable. So by default it will named as VAR0001. If you again insert new variable, it will be 002. Okay, so you can enter it, you can insert cases, blank row appear here. See, search data file, you can find and replace, go to cases, go to variable. Okay, find and replace. Find and replace is important function. Suppose you want to, these are our results. Suppose you, this is a result of sample. Suppose you want to find and replace. So instead of positive, so this is find option, this is the replace option. So go to replace, find and replace. What you want to find? You want to find positive and you want to replace it with 1. So click on, you can replace single value or you can replace it at once by clicking on replace all. So it has made a necessary changes in your file. So it has replaced all string value into a numeric value. Then later on you can change this variable's property from string to numeric. So this is very important function, find and replace. Then in option you can have a various changes. These are some changes you can do from the option menu. General like display label and all alphabetical. Then language you can change. So this is not much of our use, but if you want to customize like currency, data, output, format, font size, font width, font type and font, you can change font type, you can change the preference from this menu. Your tables, file location. This is useful if you want SPSS to choose specific location while opening file. So by default it is last folder used. So whatever last folder you have used, again while opening SPSS, it will look for the SPSS file or whatever other file in that last folder only. But if you want to change, you can specify specific folder and you can run script from here. Then view menu, status bar, toolbar, you can customize it. Menu editor, you can customize your menu editor. Directly variable view, then directly data view. So you can switch over from variable view to data view from view option also. Then data view. So data and transform, these are the most useful menu which we are using frequently for cleaning and preparing our data for the further analysis in SPSS. So we will be using it frequently or quite a lot. So what is data? Define variable properties. You can define variable properties if you haven't done so far from this command. You have to select your variable or you can select all. Then one by one you can define various property of your variable, and it will appear blank when there is no property or the property yet to define. So this is very helpful, but most of the time we have already defined property and we will be doing slight modification in labeling and measurement, etc. We can set measurement level for unknown. For example, these are the two variable we have added just recently, and it does not have any measurement level. See here, so it does not have any measurement level because it is undefined, so it has written as unknown. So we can change it from here. Suppose we think that they are a continuous variable, and we can directly drag and drop to continuous variable. We can copy data property from another data set. If the data are same, then we can copy paste it, or we can import the data property. Define date and time, define multiple response set. When we have a multiple response type of data, we can define it from here. Then later we can use it for analysis and preparing graphs and charts. Validation of data with the predefined rule. Identify duplicate cases. Identify unusual cases. Compare data sets. Sort variable. Transpose and restructure. We will see in separate video. So transpose and restructure is a function used for changing the way data appear in tables, like row into column and column into row. Merge file, when you have a same pattern of data set. Aggregate, rank, weight, case control, matching properties. Split file and split into file. So you can prepare two file using a split into file, and you can split same data set file but within the same data set. So this option will create a split data set in the same file, and this option will create a separate two dataset file depending upon the option you have provided. So I will be demonstrating this. Select cases and weight cases. Select cases would be useful while you want to choose or select specific cases for your analysis. Like you want to only select male, or you want to only select female, or you want to select a specific age group of people in the current data set, then you can do so with the help of select cases. So you need not to separately filter or delete the cases you don't need. So it's very useful function. Split file and select cases function, very useful. Then transform menu and its option are also very useful, because we would be computing variable. Compute variable means it is a kind of calculator. Suppose you want to calculate some third variable from the currently existing variable, like for example you have a weight and height, and you want to calculate BMI. Then you can calculate BMI variable with the help of height and weight parameter. You can calculate date difference in days, in weeks. So we have different arithmetic and different date extraction, and like that we have different option available here. Record into same variable, record into different variable, automatic record. These three options are very useful while recording our data. Like male, female, we want to record into a numeric variable. We want to record into some continuous variable into some category. For example, age. Age is a continuous variable and we want to convert it into a specific age groups, then we can use this option. Automatic recode is also to convert our categorical variable into a numeric code. Create dummy variable. Then visual binning and optimal binning option is used for the optimum grouping. Rank cases, date time wizard, replace missing value and random number generator. Then insert new heading, new title, text file, image, format, and analyze. This analyze option is the most important option that you are looking for. How to analyze your data using SPSS. So all analysis option would be available from here. Report, descriptive statistics, frequency, descriptive, explore, cross tabulation, ratio, tables, custom tables, multiple response set, compare mean for your student t-test, paired, unpaired, one-way ANOVA, repeated measure ANOVA in general linear model, mixed model, correlation, regression, dimension reduction, factor analysis, scale, reliability analysis, non-parametric statistical test, forecasting, survival analysis, live table, Kaplan-Meier, Cox regression, multiple imputation, ROC. So this is the option from where you will be running your analysis. Then graph is also second most important menu because we will be preparing a lot of charts and graph using chart builder. So this is a chart builder menu. We have bar diagram and its various types, line diagram, its variation, area, pie, scatter, dot plot, histogram, high-low, box plot. So these are the various options available. You have to choose whatever graph you want to prepare. For example, simple box plot, cluster, or 1D box plot. Once you click on the option, the actual graph will appear here. Then you have to select your data from here. So we will demonstrate this in later part of the videos. So I will demonstrate this in the separate videos. You can also open this preparation of bar chart and all the graphs etc. from this dialog box. Utilities. This is not of much use, but it has option like sensor data, data file comment. You can specify various comments regarding your database, like from where you have collected data, when you have collected data, and something specific information that you can provide from here. The extension is also not of much our use because it is a kind of, if you want some additional functionality, then you can install it from the extension hub after downloading. Window, you can minimize window, you can jump to various output or data viewer and your data editor from this menu. Help menu, Help menu is basically where you can seek for help regarding specific topic, but it is not so comprehensive as it is not meant for teaching you statistics. So the general specific help would be available. Alright, see you in the next video. Thank you. Alright, so this is the end of the video. If you are new here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe the channel. This will help to grow the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video really very soon.